as the largest manga piracy site got shut down. So yeah, the largest manga piracy site is gonna get shut down. That's
Today,
what it
one of
is.
the largest manga piracy sites, Bato, that shut down a few days ago, closing down all their mirror sites, their subreddits, multiple discords in response to some form of legal demand. We were left wondering
All my days, this is bad.
and speculating who was the one that sent the legal demand. Was it a country? Was it a company? We had really no idea. But the big concern that everybody had with the overall takedown of Bato was that it wasn't just license holders protecting their copyright, but series that were not licensed and no way to legally obtain these series anywhere outside of Japan effectively gone. It was more or less the modern burning of the Great Library of Alexandria. But
All my days, it's gone. Yes, it is gone. The largest manga piracy site got shut
there's a
down.
lot of
That's
manga
bad.
that theoretically are not on other sites and were only posted on Bato and translated on Bato means that they are effectively dead. There is no way to obtain those series again unless someone backed up the site, had these series on their hard drive to some degree to be able to post these somewhere else. But more or less, a lot of series were effectively lost. It's a massive concern, not just for the preservation of manga, but just for series to be able to be shared around and all that, series that you can't actually legally obtain anymore, and series that are so niche that there is just no official support even in Japan for them anymore. They might be completely out of print to where you can't even get a legal copy in Japan because they're probably completely out of print. Or maybe they were posted randomly on some forum page maybe 20 years ago and there's like only 8 pages of it and they were translated and that's it. And that old web page or forum or whatever is gone and you can no longer find that series. That was the legitimate concern with Bato going down, is that
Oh my days, bot is gone,
wasn't just
screwed.
like copyright holders protecting their series or licensing, they were shutting down a site that also had material that wasn't necessarily licensed at all, which was a massive concern. So that gets into today. We were left speculating exactly who was the reason or cause to why Bato was shut down a few days ago, and that culprit has identified themselves. Kakao Entertainment has revealed that they're the reason why Bato was shut down. They are a South Korean company. They are not a Japanese company, which a lot of people
Oh yeah, they're not a Japanese company. They are a South Korean company. True. South Korea does have piracy
speculating
sites.
was the cause, but in fact, it was South Korea that was the one that took down Bato. And a few other manga sites for the last few days have been slowly closing their doors as well, and even Kakao Entertainment even made an official statement, which I'll read in just a second, targeting a few sites already that is associated with Bato, and there's other sites that they vaguely mentioned too on social media, which sadly I can't show you because Twitter for some reason is acting up and will not load for me, so I can't show you the actual statement, but more or less, you had them actually name drop with vague censored words on what sites they're going to be going after the sites they listed in today's statement. But let's get right into this. So Kakao takes complete credit and they basically outline exactly what they did. So while it's clear that legal pressure is being applied, the source remained unmentioned until today. Today, we can officially confirm that Kakao Entertainment is driving the action. Though its dedicated anti-piracy enforcement arm, Peacock, the South Korean entertainment giant, is categorically targeting Bato and many related people and services. The most significant blow to the operation is the identification of Bato's founder and core developer. Peacock confirmed to Torrent Freak that they have tracked the individual to their country of residence, where legal proceedings are now active. Responding to this threat, the Peacock team tackled the problem from multiple sides. In addition to preparing a lawsuit against the operator, it went
Oh my days, uh, they're gonna they're gonna sue the guy who made the piracy website, right? It's gonna be bad.
after other key
Oh my
channels,
days.
including aforementioned communities on Reddit and Discord. This is why Reddit and Discord were both shut down effectively after just a few days. We adopted a strategy that categorized individuals involved in the operation into multiple tiers, applying tailored countermeasures to each group. Legal proceedings are currently underway in the country of residence of the founder and core developer, Peacock notes. This is the company that was leading the charge of the takedown, by the way. They're completely assigned underneath Kakao Entertainment for those that need clarification. This is what they started with. Cease and desist. The people in lower tiers, including admins and moderators, were also identified. These all received personalized cease and desist letters. That means that they literally name dropped all these individuals, most
Oh my days. They name dropped the guy who made the website, right?
directly and personalized cease and desist letters at their door or whatever. That's crazy. We'll talk about this in a second, but urging them to shut down their operation or else, aka either fines or a lawsuit, because it's like, we know who you are. We have identified the majority of individuals who are directly or indirectly involved in the operation, such as sub-developers, moderators, and community administrators, and have sequentially issued cease and desist or C&D letters to them, Peacock told us.
Yeah, Peacock. Yeah, Peacock. Peacock is taking the piracy site to court.
These cease and desist notices came with relevant legal justification and a specific set of actions these people were expected to take. That likely means showing respect for rights holders, as we have seen in a few of the public responses. New targets. This is what I mentioned earlier. A final update by the subreddit team confirms the pressure from Cockout Entertainment, clearly worried that Reddit mods could be next. The subreddit was set to be restricted. The subreddit also clearly distanced itself from a new Bato-inspired site that surfaced online this week. Peacock, which has a history of unconventional but effective anti-piracy actions, will undoubtedly keep an eye on any new sites that emerge. At the same time, it is also going after Manga Park and Annie XL, which have repeatedly been leaked to Bato. In fact, the anti-piracy group notes that new legal proceedings are already being prepared. We are aware that some of the individuals are also involved in the operation of Manga Park and Annie XL, and we're preparing some strong legal actions against Manga Park as well as the newly established Bato-affiliated site.
Buy stocks and
They're already well aware of the clones that have popped up thanks to Bato being shut down a few days ago. Peacock concludes, suggesting that their work is not done yet. Now, the statement from Peacock that came out just a few hours ago, sadly, like I said, I can't show you because my Twitter is acting up and it won't load, but they also did a reference to two other sites, starting with a C and a W, that they are going to be taking down as well. It's basically name-dropping them, saying that they're aware of them, and they are next. So there is a lot of fear tactics going on right now from Peacock and Cockout Entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah, all my days. They're gonna sue.
Saying we're going after all these piracy
days.
sites and we are going to effectively shut them down. So let's get into the heart of the situation on how this happened. So why is Cockout Entertainment doing this? Well, obviously the simple reason is they're protecting their copyright, which is, at the end of the day, well within their right. As much as people want to be upset about this, at the end of the day, they are within their right to protect their series, their property. That's just how it is, okay? That is just the rule of the land. That's how the laws are. As much as you want to be upset against it or upset that that is the thing, that's just how things operate in a functioning society. You have to protect your property from theft. But the problem here is which I've already outlined, it's that they're not just protecting, like, their property. They are taking down entire sites that also have series that they don't even license, that they're not even owners of, and that these series are not even obtainable anymore anywhere on the internet, which results...
Sometimes people want to get access to these series, but it's so hard. Like, I agree with that statement. Like, when the licensing expires, you can't see the series ever again. It's just so hard to find it nowadays.
And these series becoming lost media, becoming lost where they're never even...
I mean, is it Lost Webtoon? Yeah, Lost Webtoon. It's very, like, it's like example, you can't find Lost manga sometimes. Sometimes it could be hard
showed to the world ever again, because maybe the author is no longer publishing this work in some way in physical format. Maybe it was only published in digital format and was only published on Bato's site. There's a lot of, like, variables here that can be indicated to a lot of these different stuff being permanently lost. And so the core issue here is that it's not the fact that they're protecting their copyright, it's the fact that they're shutting down entire sites and taking everything offline that isn't necessarily just, like, affiliated with them. They are also shutting down stuff that they don't even have licensed. Now, obviously, I'm no lawyer. I'm not someone that knows exactly how everything works with taking down sites, cease and desist, and stuff like that. But what I'm trying to say here is that this obviously is a concern for the integrity or preservation of some series out there that you just cannot legally obtain. So that is the core issue that a lot of people have, including myself, with this situation. But as I've also stated, Cockout Entertainment and Shonen Jump, Shueisha, all of them are also in the right to protect the rights.
Yeah, true. Like, Shonen Jump is probably going to take them to court, right? The largest manga publisher.
But let's get back into the main point here. The point is that this company, Cockout, and
maybe Condancho as well. They'll probably take them to court as well. Maybe Condancho as well.
Are heavily going after piracy sites, to the point that they are identifying people that are on moderation teams, subcontractors, administrators on multiple different sites, Reddit, Discord, and also on the main site. this is some pretty crazy investigative work they've done. The fact that they put personalized cease and desist letters to everyone that they sent it out to is pretty crazy. That implies that they knew everybody's name and address, and when they sent it to them, that obviously would cause them to shut down and be completely scared, because they most likely were being faced with a lot of legal fines and potentially a lawsuit that would effectively ruin their life. So it makes a lot of sense why a lot of the team from Bato has been very hush-hush and just pretty much went nuclear and shut everything down because of the actual dire nature of this situation. But obviously, it isn't just Bato that's being affected. They also said that Manga Park and also Annie XL are also being targeted too, which is two other big sites that I'm also very well aware of, and others are too. These are being targeted at this current time. The last time I checked, Manga Park, you can't access that right now, and I think that
Like Manga Park, you can't get access to it anymore. Like, I don't think you could get. I don't know, Manga Park still exists in the UK.
in part to do with this whole statement, so they're probably already in the process of shutting everything down with that. And I haven't checked any XL, but I'm assuming they're about to have the exact same issue. And then there's two other sites that are very massive, that starts with a C and a W, that they even name drop themselves, that are also going to be targeted. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's very effective, actually. They have been very effective with taking down these big sites. Actually, I would say more effective
Yeah, they target every manga piracy
what
site.
Shueisha and Shonen Jump has done over the years, which is pretty wild to me, honestly. But regardless, how do you feel about this news? How do you feel about the crackdown of these sites, the loss
Oh
of
my days.
thousands
I
of
don't know how they cracked them down, but I guess they're probably new. Hmm? I mean, maybe they can cut down, they could shut down the piracy site easily. I mean, they could cut off the,
manga,
um,
basically the equivalent of a manga book, like a modern day Great Library of Alexandria book burning. Let me know in the comments below. Curious to see what you guys think. But I love you. Be safe. Stay healthy. Chibi out.